An option on a literary work is a contract whereby a party wants to exploit that book in a different medium. They want to make a musical out of it. They want to make a motion picture or a TV program or a play on Broadway. But before one of these major motion pictures or Broadway productions can be created, it takes a lot of money, hundreds, $10, $20 million. And it's a long process. One step in that process is acquiring the rights to the literary work. But before the movie can be actually made, you have to get millions of dollars of financing and attach directors and actors and so forth. So while that process is continuing, the parties who are investing a lot of time and energy in creating the movie, for example, want to have some exclusivity on that literary work, on the book. So they enter into a contract, and the contract says, we will have the option of producing this book as a movie. And that option lasts sometimes 6 months or 12 months or 18 months, and it can be extended. And the option agreement says, sometimes it says, we'll pay you a little money up front now for the rights to hold on to these movie rights. And then if we exercise the option, if the movie is actually made, then we pay you the purchase price. You get $1 million maybe, and we make the movie. What is all too common, however, is when someone wants to option your book, it's not a happy scenario because you're flattered. Someone with some connection to the movie industry comes to you, says, we want to make a movie out of your book, but we don't have any money yet, which is understandable. So we want a free option. And then they give you a 30-page contract that says, this is going to be free for 6 months or 12 months or 18 months. And you have this 30-page contract, you have to go to a lawyer and hire a lawyer to read this contract, explain to you what it means, cost you a couple $1,000s, and in return you get nothing. You have signed away an option on your work, and usually these production companies, I was explaining to another speaker, the odds are roughly 1 in a million that a published book will become a motion picture that's released in theaters. And anywhere along the line, there are many things that can happen. I just think today, the Warner Brothers has announced they are canceling the release of Batgirl. They put $20 million into this movie, and they said, no, it's no good. And it just shows you the many perils in getting a production all the way to getting a book made into a movie released. And so that makes it all the more important that you, as an author, not give free options, that at a minimum you should have the person optioning your work cover at least some of the legal fees it's going to take you to sign the contract to give them the option, and then try not to deal with novices. If you option your work to someone who's never made a movie before, the chances are very small that it's ever going to be made, and it's tied up in this option agreement, and it could prevent you from optioning it to a real motion picture company who might really want it. So it's a gamble.